Hello, hello. Steve, Canadian Sasquatch, coming at you. This is weird. I'm looking down on this thing. Sorry. Smooth like so. How's that? That's a little better. So we're actually going to start this homebrew Wednesday off with a homebrew. Angry Squatch. This is my rye barley wine braggot. I'm going to cut through the wax. Now I waxed these for the sole purpose of protecting the bottles, because they are little 330 ml bottles, champagne bottles that I hand painted, and well, the tops of them aren't painted because I don't want to get paint near the tasty beverage. So yeah, so I waxed them to keep the light out. Here's the pour. We are actually using a glass this week because I want to see what this one looks like. It's been a bit. I got the yeast in there. Yeast shot, Elder P. So there it is. I did get some of the yeasties and stuff in there. It's not chilled, it's room temperature because I'm too lazy to put some of these into the fridge. But yeah, so this is part of the Angry Squatch series. Nice honey and rye aromas off of that. 14% ABV. It's part of the Angry Squatch series because it was actually supposed to be somewhere between 18 and 20%, but I failed. So yeah, it's Wahia honey, rye, barley, crystal 30, carafoam, maladonin, special B, target and brambling cross hops, oak, cherries, and brandy. So yeah, I took the oak cubes and soaked them on 10-year-old brandy that I had soaked cherries on. So it was a cherry brandy. And then after soaking them, actually, yeah, look at that. That's a leftover brandy that had the oak and, there's still some oak in there. Huh. So it had the oak and the cherries in there for quite a few months. So yeah. So we do get the honey and the rye off of it. Cheers, everybody. Nice medium full body mouthfeel. Oh, I'm getting right in the camera here. I'm trying to read the bottle. Rye barley wine braggot. How can you mess this up? It's simple. You don't get the ABV like you were hoping. You don't get the cherry and the oak flavors you were hoping. And well, it may or may not be carbonated depending on when you drink it. If it's not carbonated after 2 years in the bottle, then it's a definite fail. Well, it's not carbonated, and I bottled this almost exactly a year ago. It was March of last year. So there you go. Got another year before it's carbonated. But yeah, I don't get any of the cherry or any of, maybe a little bit of the brandy. The oak helped add tannins to it, so it's doesn't have the cloying sweetness that some of the big meads and brackets will have. So yeah, so that's that. This is going to be a long ass video because, well, there's going to be a garden tour and then there's going to be a day in the life of the Squatch. I've got a bunch of footage on Saturday that I'll try and splice in at the end here. And I get to recork a bunch of mead. So I'll be back with that. Alright, and we're back. Ugh. So you're probably wondering to yourself, why is he read? What did I say I was doing? Rebottling and recorking. I'm recorking my bottles. So probably won't be able to see it too well because of lighting. Oh, let's just take it down to where there's some better lighting. So it's my prickly pear melomel. And well, it's been in the bottle for, when was it? Christmas-like? So 5-6 months. So yeah. The problem is even after a year of fermenting and no change in gravity when I checked it. I screwed that up already. That's alright, I'm drinking this one. Drinking this one. It decided to carbonate in the bottle. So yeah. So there you have it. That's my carbonated prickly pear melomel. And it's in my Jester King cup glass. I'm actually using glasses this week. I know, it's crazy. Alright. So yeah, these are regular wine bottles and they're not able to withstand pressure, so withstand the pressure of carbonation. So I gotta pop them, recork them, and hope that they're done carbonating. So anyways, oh, it does smell really good though, all that prickly pear aroma just like right there. Oh, that smells good. So, cheers. That's very tasty. It's a little drier than what I typically like, but it works with this one. So to recork what I'm doing, taking the bottle, jug of star stand, just kind of star sanding the top of it. I got another cork in the star sand here. And we get to go through and pop the cork on 30 some odd bottles. So, we've popped the cork. We're going to take it over to the Ferrari. The Ferrari has the capper in it. We just throw that on the ground because that's what we do. So we take the new cork, pop it in the Ferrari, take the bottle, push it down, bring it up, grab the handle, and there you go, freshly corked. So hopefully that's all I have to do. Ooh, excuse me. Carbonate it. So I'll be going through doing this, and while I'm doing this, you guys can watch this video. Here's the garden. Tomatoes. I've got casualties. Not only is it starting to get a little too toasty for them, but oh, squirrels like green tomatoes. Always finding chunks of them all over the yard because the squirrels come and take them. And carrots, strawberries, and radishes, and onions, and still no idea what that is. That's a random plant that grew from seed. And these guys here, the stevia, thyme, more onion, sage, oregano, basil, more onion, elephant plant, Italian parsley, cilantro, ghost chilies are still chugging away. My hops are doing really good this year, I'm surprised. So we're up here. Gotta figure out what to do with them. I really was not expecting them to be doing this well this year because I was a bit late in getting them in the new planter, and well, you guys all know the story about all that. So, but yeah, pretty surprised about that. So the fig tree is coming along. Any figs in there? I haven't looked at my orange tree in a bit. Oh yeah. Nice cluster of them right here. Hopefully they last. And yeah, the ficus in his new home. And there we are, garden tour. How did you like those Saturday videos? Anyways, we're back, and I only did 3 bottles. These two, I just popped the corks and put the corks back on, and I'm like, thought to myself, like, well, how much gas is actually in there? So this one, I popped the cork, and I spent about 10 minutes of grabbing it like this and shaking it, and then slowly letting gas out so it didn't squirt all over the place, and just kept doing that for about 10 minutes, and yeah, there was still a lot of gas. So next options are dump all of the bottles into a bucket, degas the hell out of it, and rebottle. Or I do have this guy over here. It's a food saver with a handheld attachment. So I'm thinking I just need a stopper or cork that I can attach to this guy. And yeah, this can suck all the gas out of it. So I will be mucking about with that over the next couple of days and seeing what I can see about that, and I'll bring you along as I figure things out. So with that, I'm going to clean this mess up, and we will be back. And we're back. so mess is cleaned up. That's a real bummer about how badly that carbonated, and the fact that it carbonated at all. It's going to make me think twice about if things are really done or not, and being better about degassing. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Be sure to like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't like it. Either way, comment below if you have anything to say, even if it's just hi. I try to always respond to all my comments, because you guys are awesome when you comment, and you're if you don't comment. Hit the subscribe button if you liked all this stuff, or if you didn't like all this stuff, hit it anyways. Then you can see more of this, and more of other stuff, and you probably don't want to see the liquor cabinet. Lighting in here just really sucks. Anyways, should have a pint of awesome. I know I will. This is the prickly pear mellow. It just smells really, really good. Cheers, everybody. Hey gang, so here's the bumper that I've been working on. All done. The inside of it. So as you can see, it's got a nice lip on the top here from the 2x4s. I did that on the inside, so the outside would feel flat. Just the style. And I did solid 2x4s up top for extra strength. Same on the bottom. These bottom pieces aren't actually screwed in. So you can see there's 2x4s down there. So and this one's a little bit different than the other two that I've done for the bottoms. Because I was trying to rush this one and I forgot to do the rabbet on the bottom here, so that the bottom slats would actually come from the bottom side. But since I have this here, it just made it that much quicker and easier. Just drop them in place, and I don't actually even have to worry about fastening them or anything, because, well, they're there and they're already supported. And as soon as they have a bunch of dirt on them, they won't move at all. So yeah, so that's basically this planter done. So I will come back when I'm putting something in it. Fishy's jumping. A little pond with a bunch of turtles just sunning themselves. Again, so I'm gonna fill this guy up with my dirt. My dirt's in here. So it's basically and of course the air conditioner kicks in. So this is just regular potting soil you get from the big box store with some manure and stuff mixed in and some homemade compost on my composter. So put some of this dirt into the planter here and then put the ficus into the planter. So that's what we're doing. One replanted ficus and a homemade pot. Catch you later. So next up is clean up some of this mess. Still, everything's all covered in sawdust and stuff from the from doing the planter. Now that it's finished and out of here and planted, it's time to get this place cleaned up and ready for the next project. So that's what we're going to do now. So I got a buddy who's moving from Texas here to Kentucky, and while he's cleaning out, he handed me this guy. It's not even out of the plastic wrap in the box. How cool is that? He had another scroll saw already that he used and liked. Somebody else gave him that one, so he gave it to me. And then he also gave me his joiner. So I gotta get these guys up and off the ground and clean up my workbench, clean up my painting thing. Next project is actually a tool cabinet for all my tools, because it's a mess. My lumber rack. Another lumber pile. I need to get this one up off the ground because that's all good hardwoods, maples and purple heart and wenge. So that's what we're going to do now. Well, I didn't get around to some of this mess, but I did clear this off and clean off all this guy, and quickly built that little stand for the generator so it's up off the ground in case it floods in here, which around the walls it will do a couple inches and nothing too bad, but yeah, a little bit of progress today. A whole lot more junk to go through and deal with, so time to get cleaned up because I'm pretty grungy from all this yard work and hiking and stuff, so see you all later. It's been a long day. Time for some drinks. Here we go for round 2. This is after dinner. You guys best Eric as well. There you go.